Asa Hillard, Dr. Wade Nobles, Dr. Amos Wilson, and Dr. Francis Price Wilson. Just to name a few. Professor James Small is found in the African American History and Culture, Life of Malcolm X, and African Traditional Religions. He loves all of our people. Oh, he's behind me. I was going to go on and on. Give it up for Baba James Small.
FBA, do you understand who you are? Then stop being afraid of anybody that try to encroach on you. Secret to life is to have no fear. It was Malcolm that told us that. Reparation isn't a question. We're going to get it because we're going to take it.
We're going to take it. There we go.
But it's your method. And so it's a legal question in the world. But how many people in here ever had a job or got a business? Raise your hand. You do it to get paid, right?
Yes.
So if somebody works your ass for 400 years and don't pay you, don't they owe you?
Yes.
I mean, think of it now. Somebody worked you for 400 years. Don't they owe you?
Yes.
And don't that come with back pay?
Yes.
Don't that come with interest? Isn't that yours? See, some people try to make us feel bad for asking, some of our own too, for reparations. This isn't a question of asking anybody for anything. We're telling somebody, you forced me to render a service you didn't pay for. In the process, you murdered nearly 50 million of my kind. You owe me. I'm not asking you for anything. Dr. Asa Hilliard said, and I want to get this one straight, because I know a lot of us has been speaking on identity. If you don't get identity straight, you don't have a case. Okay? So foundation, I'm an African American. That's not a contradiction. But I'm also a foundational Black American. That's not a contradiction.
Let's go.
You understand? If someone is from Ghana and he migrates here, he's not a foundational Black American. But I want you to hold up because I heard some stuff I didn't like. That's still your family. He just got another case. Many, I've had cases. I've been in that precinct. I've been in that jail cell. And I know how you get a case. People have different cases. America committed a crime against people all over the world. And they got cases, but they don't have our case. We got a particular case. But I want you to be clear. I'm not giving up Africa. Now, if some of y'all want to give up the richest piece of real estate on earth, do it. But I'm not doing it, and I'm not going to advise you to do it. That's yours. But that's not what we're talking about.
That's right.
We're talking about a nation here called the United States of America that we built. We didn't just build it with labor. We built it with our intellect. We built it with our science. We built it with our technology. We built it with our spirituality. And we're still doing it. And we want it back. Let me tell you a little secret. People play games on your mind and they make you think you're weak, and then when you think you're weak, you take a certain posture when it's time to fight. When you break down the ethnic groups in America, the largest ethnic group according to their tallies is the Germans. The second largest ethnic group is the, let me get it right, the foundational Black Americans. Now I want you to understand this because I'm going to show you something. The foundational Black Americans, according to the stats done by this criminal enterprise called the government, right, is second only to the German in population size in America. But the big lie is we're the only people whose immigrant population, whether they're making mistakes or not, we'll deal with that before I'm finished, is not counted as their population. Italians is counted as Italians, no matter when they got here.
Right.
Greeks are counted as Greeks, no matter when they got
Break it
here.
down.
Chinese is counted as Chinese, no matter when they got here.
Break it down.
But they don't do that for foundational black Americans.
Right.
Everybody black.
Everybody, minority.
If they did that, the African Latino,
Right.
who is not even treated kindly by the white Latino, is still counted as white folks and isolated from us. If we just took the African Latino into the family, we'd be the largest ethnic group in America. I'm trying to tell you something now, how you get played out of pocket and then you're fighting out of the wrong pocket.
Right.
The foundational black American is the largest population in America. And when you talk about ethnic population wealth, you're the first or second wealthiest ethnic population in America.
Fact.
But if you don't get clear on your identity, you don't know how to take your riches and turn your riches into wealth.
There you go.
Because all the criminals that make up this government, the black ones, the white ones, and the brown ones that have not voted for our reparations, we should use the mechanism of how you get in office to get the criminals out of office. But we don't know how to use all the tools at our hands. So the secret about voting is a tool.
Right.
It's not an addiction.
That's right.
It's not a disease. It is a tool when you live in a capitalist society that uses electoral processes to pick your leaders. Now, if you're going to sit back and let somebody else use that tool, you're going to lose the game. If you want to win the game, you better take control of every tool mechanism you got. But the first one is your identity.
Right.
Power is the ability to define your reality, and that includes your identity,
Right.
and everyone else to respect
Right.
your decision on how you define yourself as
Speak on it,
foundational
Bob.
black
Let's
American.
go.
You know who you are to respect.
So me,
Right.
I'm not going to say I'm not an African American, because Africa is my race, America is a geopolitical place. But foundational black American is an ethnic statement. It talks about a population for the last 400 years that have been under duress in the United States of America.
Right.
And we come from all over Africa, and we formed our own ethnic nation.
Right.
And you have to know how to identify your ethnic nation if you're going to be able to fight for them.
Right. Exactly.
Yes, my brother from Nigeria, he got a case against Britain, and he's probably got a case against America, but not the same case we got.
Right. Talk to him.
All right? Now, I'm not going to argue with him. That's my brother. I'm going to fight for my case and ask for his assistance, and then when he fights for his case, I'm going to give him my assistance.
Right.
Let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
There we go. Talk
Because
to him.
this war is a race war, and it has
Right.
been a race war for the last 3,000 years.
Let's go.
The last 3,000 years, you have been in a race war. This population, the foundational black American, for 400 years, we have taken on the mightiest white empire ever
Right.
built
Right.
on earth. And we have defeated them multiple times
Let's
at
go,
the
Haiti.
gate.
Still here.
Let's go, Nat Turner.
You understand? So when we tell them we're coming to the table to get our reparations, we're coming to the table not to ask him for our reparations. We are going to define methodologies for taking our reparations. Because it isn't just a conversation. It isn't just us being here talking today.
Study.
Every one of
Let's
you
study
have
here.
to engage with Foundational Black American and organizing the mechanism necessary to take our reparations. And understand, reparations is the pretty name about for the money they owe us, okay? We can throw that word out. We're going to take the money they owe us. Back in the 60s, we call it reclamation. We robbed the bank here and the store here. And some of us did get away. Some went to jail. Some of us did get away. We call it reclamation. So we have to reclaim what is ours. And we have to be clear. Don't be ashamed of your identity. You're a foundational black American, and you're also African. Africa is not a place. That is our ancestral, historical, spiritual center. When we came before Columbus, we came from Africa.
There you go.
When we came with the Mali Empire, we came from Africa.
Right.
When we came on the slave ship, we came from Africa.
Right.
Then all of us married together. I'm Native American, Chicora tribe, and African. I came on the ships with the Malians before Columbus, and I'm still African. And I'm here talking to you. I'm from South Carolina, the Gullah Geechee culture, Chicora Nation. Right? I'm straight up foundation of Black America. And I got all the elements.